Holidays bring about a lot of emotions: joy, happiness, excitement. But the truth is, holidays also bring about a lot of difficult emotions, such as depression, anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, bitterness, just to name a few. During the holiday season, you may notice that your energy starts to shift. You may notice that you don't feel excited and you're watching everyone else get excited for this time of year, but you're struggling to feel that same way. I get it. When you go through a difficult life change, a loss, something traumatic, it can be difficult to walk into the holiday season with a lot of joy and excitement that you see other people having. So today I want to talk about four things that I'm going to challenge you to do this holiday season to really be able to support you as you go through it. The first thing that I'm going to challenge you to do is to create boundaries, not only for other people, but for yourself as well. What are the triggers that you have this holiday season? Is it your uncle that drinks all the time? Is it going to a restaurant where you and your ex used to go? If so, challenge yourself to create boundaries around those things so that you're no longer triggered by them. The next thing that I'm going to challenge you to do is to create a new tradition. I have a client of mine who, after a divorce, she always would buy a brand new tree. And so her children love this idea of buying a new tree every single year. The day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, they would do some shopping and then they'd go pick a new tree. It was difficult for her to continue to do that. One, because she struggled with the idea that she might run into her ex and his new girlfriend at the place where they bought trees. But two, it was just a constant reminder of what used to be. So I challenged her to create a new routine for her family. They decided that they weren't going to buy new trees, that they were going to buy a used tree, and that they picked pine cones and they were able to decorate the pine cones with glitter and paint and things like that. They got the pine cones from out of state at a family member's house and they were able to use them. And it was so exciting for her and her two daughters. She also had a trigger around Thanksgiving where they would always go visit her ex-husband's grandmother. That was a huge trigger for her. So she decided on Thanksgiving that they would create memories for the last year. So they would review different activities that they did with family members and find time just sitting in the moment and enjoying what it felt like when they did that. They practiced more mindfulness. And so creating those new routines were difficult for her at first, especially for her children who did not give buy-in to it right away. It took them quite a few years to be able to do it. But the more that they practiced it, it became their new routine and something new to look forward to. So what new routine can you create? Maybe you've gone through a divorce and you'll no longer be splitting the days with both houses, your ex-husbands and your families. So maybe it's you go to a friend's house plus your families. Maybe recently your children have moved out of the house. And so you used to wake up with them in the morning. And so you decide that you're going to go volunteer at a shelter and give gifts to children who are less fortunate. Whatever it may be, start to create new routines so you have things to look forward to this holiday season. The third thing I'm going to challenge you to do is to let go of expectations. Expectations are the biggest things that let us down. When we create expectations, we're putting pressure on other people in different situations to make us happy or to fulfill us. And the truth is, no situation and no other people can complete that goal. When you let go of expectations, you're less likely to be disappointed. So don't expect that your ex-spouse will buy your kids a certain number of gifts. Don't expect that your uncle won't come to the Christmas party half drunk. Don't expect that your sister may not say something that will offend you. Whatever it is, let go of the expectations and go in with a positive mindset. A lot of times we think that expectations keep people making good decisions. But the truth is we can't change people and we can't want more for people than they want for themselves. And so we have to be willing to let go of those expectations so that we're not constantly let down. The final step is to stop the comparison game. It's really easy during the holiday season to compare yourself to other people. How many gifts are your friends buying their children? How many different houses will people go to? How come so-and-so's family doesn't have drama like your family? The truth is, no situation is perfect. And as long as you compare yourself, it's as long as you're going to feel less than. And the truth is, we always compare ourselves to people that appear better or situations that appear better. But there's also people on the other side. So if you're comparing yourself to the number of gifts that your friends are buying their children and you're wondering why you can't afford to buy your children the same number of gifts, there's also families who can't afford to buy their children anything. If you're wondering why your family only has a few people that come to Thanksgiving because there's drama, and everyone else has these big, crazy, large, extended families and they have so much fun, remember that there's people that sit alone on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So be really careful of comparing yourself because you don't know the truth behind the story. And you have to be able to find the joy in your moment. I'm going to throw in one extra bonus because I really think that this is so important. A lot of times as we go through the holidays, we're rushing through them, right? We might have multiple houses to go through, or we might be just ready for the day to be over because we're dealing with those difficult emotions. I challenge you to find something that you enjoy in the day and be mindful about that. Take a moment to sit there and think about that. Whether it's your children opening gifts, whether it's the fact that your grandmother's been really sick and she was able to join you for the holiday, whether it's the fact that you created a new tradition of getting pine cones with your children and decorating them, whether it's the fact that you've been able to embrace, the holiday as a single, whatever it may be, find something that you're grateful for this holiday season and take a moment just to sit there with that feeling. Allow yourself to feel that gratefulness, that gratitude, that contentment. A lot of times through life, there are going to be things that take that excitement or that gratitude or that contentment away from us. But when we choose to redirect our thoughts and redirect our mind to focus on those good things, it allows us to heal some of that hurt that we may be dealing with. It allows us to overcome some of that frustration and bitterness that we may be dealing with this holiday season. While I know that the holidays are not exciting for everybody, I do know that we can take our power back and not sit in complaining or in bitterness or frustration. We can choose to be intentional about finding the joy this holiday season and creating new opportunities, setting boundaries, letting go of expectations, stopping the comparison game so that we can find the joy that we deserve this holiday season. So I challenge you to at least implement 1 to 2 of these ideas this holiday season. I know that it feels foreign. I know that a lot of times our negative emotions can feel comfortable. But the truth is our negative emotions can be our enemy. They're not allowing us to find the joy and the happiness that we deserve. So I challenge you to open your mind and start implementing some of these new ideas so that you can go into the holiday and find the excitement that you used to have. Find the energy that you used to have and feel the way that you desire to feel. Make sure you hit subscribe and like, and I will chat with you guys later. Happy holidays, guys. Bye.